out with your videos.
Sorry about that, y'all. Hold on for a second, y'all. Hey, y'all. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. How y'all doing? Well, y'all, we got a happy Sunday. And this Sunday, I want to recap on why I end up with Melly, Tampering, and did BORTLEN get away with murder? So what I did, I took some notes because I'm not good with the law, because I don't have to deal with the law unless I used to get traffic tickets. So I want to get some understanding here because I'm not quite understood about YNW BORTLEN situation. Now, you're gonna see me look down at my notes. I'm trying to get some understanding here. I think that BORTLEN got away with murder, even though he didn't, but he was with him, with YNW Melly. Now, this is why back in September, hold on, y'all. Like I don't got news. Back in September 25, BORTLEN accepted a plea deal to resolve a charge. Okay? That happened back in 2018, the year before I retired. I was at work looking at this. 2018, the murder of his two fellow YNW members, Anthony Williams, Sat Chaser, and Christopher Thomas, YNW Juvie. Now, I know for a fact, everything I said, look, y'all, look, these are my opinions. Let's get something straight right now. These are my opinion and not necessarily facts. And everything I say is allegedly, okay, because I wasn't there. But I've been with this case from day one. And the purpose for this live is to educate myself and some of us, some of y'all, and to try to educate y'all and criticism and commenting purposes. Because your opinion is your opinion. Now, kind of confused here. Why I remember that YNW Melly ended up with a hung jury. Let me turn the music out. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn the music out. Because when I speak, I make myself understand. Wait, y'all. Let me turn the music off. So I can hear myself. I like to hear myself so I can get some understanding. I remember when YNW Melly Come on, String, y'all. I pay for y'all every month. Please. Please. I don't have no money to throw away. Okay. I remember when YNW Melly ended up with a hung jury. He had a hung jury. And I done took so many notes. I got so many notes behind bills. It don't make no sense. What I do is take the ink pen and I start writing and taking notes. What am I ink pen at now? Sometimes I lose ink pen, then I have to get another ink pen, but I take notes. And I remember when Melly had a hung jury, when the jury can't agree on a verdict. That's what that hung jury mean, when the jury can't agree on a verdict, leaving the judge to declare a mistrial. Now, that's what I learned. I don't like what happened. Listen, y'all, listen, let me go through this. I asked myself this morning, why did YMNW BORTLEN take the plea deal? So I thought about, if Melly allegedly, if Melly hadn't had a witness tampering, would that mean he would have had an opportunity to get a bond? And any of you guys know about that, please put it down in the chat, because I'm trying to get some understanding. Okay, I'm trying to understand how the system is. So the question I ask is, since YNW Melly ended up with a hung jury, because they couldn't agree with the verdict, if he didn't have to deal with the witness tampering, would that have gave him an opportunity to get a bond? And I need any of you intelligent men out there who know about bond, how the bondsman work, and how all of that work. I want intelligent enough to send something to me. If you educated, and if you're not, don't do it. Because you have to be educated to know this stuff. Because when I heard of the hung jury with Melly, I thought Melly was going to get a bond. But then when I realized that he had that witness tampering, did he mess himself up right there? Could Melly had gotten a bond if he didn't do the witness tampering? That's the question I want to know. That's a very interesting question when I don't deal with the system. Now, it's no doubt. Oh, okay. I want to show their picture in a few minutes, y'all. I have no. That the prosecutors allege, and no doubt, that Henry helped YNW Melly stage. See the word stage. That drive-by. Allegedly, BORTLEN is allegedly talking and gave the prosecutors a leeway that Melly was the shooter. Allegedly. That's the way I see it. That he really is saying that Melly is the shooter. That's what I'm getting off. If you understand what I'm saying, any guy out there that can explain that, the question, the way I want you to reply. Now, Why did YNW Bortlein take the plea? And when he took that plea, I looked at cross-eyed. I want him to do his time. I didn't want him to get a break, period. I did not want YNW Bortlein to get a break, period. That's just how I feel about Bortlein. Because that is Bortlein and Juvie's sister. They share sisters. And you watch your half brother get, not your half brother, you watch your sister brother get shot. Ain't this a mess? How did, okay, ain't that some messed up stuff? That's some messed up stuff. So you see why the kids messed up, because their family allegedly is messed up. Allegedly. Something ain't right in the pot. So I don't want to get into that because I'm already confused. Now, why did YNW Bortlein take that plea? Why did they offer him a plea? They got to know something. They have to have something that put Melly in the car. And the evidence put Melly in the car. That's why Melly allegedly witnessed tamper with the witness. Allegedly. Now, number one, Bortlein took that plea deal to avoid the life sentence. Because Bortlein, not only YNW Melly, but Bortlein was facing charges of first-degree murder. And see, y'all, what the reason why I'm so upset with Bortlein, I'm gonna tell you why I'm upset with Bortlein. I'm upset with Bortlein because I would never forget that Bortlein was laughing about this. He was laughing. Yes, he was. He was laughing and said he was going to get away with this. He came on live and I watched him. I'm a good watcher. I'm a good listener. So you can't say you didn't do this. Because there are people like me that we hear and we see, we listen. Now, this right here, Bortlein, avoid life sentence, y'all. He avoid first-degree murder. He avoid that first-degree murder, which would have gave him life in prison without parole. His whole life changed. His whole life about to change. Now, he also took that plea deal to a lesser charge. Yes, he did. He plead no contest. Now, I'm only talking to my subscribers and my listeners who have to work, be so busy, sometimes take a nap in between what's going on and you lost and you trying to catch up. You trying to motivate your mind on this case because you don't understand. Now, he took a lesser, he plead no contest. To accessory after the fact. And he avoid the witness tampering. Do y'all see what he did? Do you see the game that the prosecutor planted? Look, y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, listen. The prosecutors has a good game. Their game plan is working. Will look, y'all. I'm looking at my notes. All guys, all is everywhere. But I like that. I'm not good with chess, but I'm good with checkers. So I'm gonna go with checkers because I tried to learn chess, but I'm not as good in chess like I am in playing spades and checkers. I wanted Bortlen to get first degree murder. I wanted Bortlen to get life in prison without parole. I was so unhappy when I found out he took that plea, no contest. Oh my God. Now, y'all got to remember how many years he already been in prison. He got 10 years in state prison, 6 years of probation. And I'm not happy with that. I'm Lanita not happy with that. The real deal is not happy with Bortlen getting 10 years in state prison and only 6 years of probation and escape that first degree double murder. Y'all got to understand he'll be out soon. Because how many years he already did? I think that the court system and Florida system a little bit different from Georgia, a little bit. He gonna get credit for time served. He got a specific sentencing. He's still young. He gonna be young when he get out. Y'all, he about to get out. He already done did what? About 5 years. But he was sentenced to 10. Now, evidence issues. The prosecutors admit their evidence was insufficient. So what I don't understand here is with Bortlen, not with Melly, but with Bortlen, prosecutors admit their evidence was insufficient to prove he was a primary actor in the killing. But they could prove he helped conceal. So they're trying to say that he had the eyes and the ear, but he didn't do anything. It's just like me going in the store, you and I going in the store, you still son on with you. Okay, so they felt sorry for him. Because he didn't have, in other words, he didn't know that allegedly didn't know that this was supposed to went down. Insufficient. Why did they say that? And guess what? The deal was accepted just one day before his trial was scheduled to begin. BORTLEN got off, y'all. BORTLEN got off. Me with BORTLEN, BORTLEN is me and BORTLEN. I don't even know BORTLEN, but I can read BORTLEN. BORTLEN is something else. This means, y'all, overall that BORTLEN gonna get 10 years in prison, which he probably already did 5, and 6 years of probation. He'll be out walking the streets bragging. No admission of guilt. He accepted his punishment without formally admitting guilt to the crime. Cooperation required. He did cooperate. A part of the deal, BORTLEN requires to provide a proffer. He signed a sworn statement to the prosecutor detaining his role in the 2018 incident. He's telling me I think he got away with murder. Now, what is this? How does this impact Melly? Melly. Do y'all think Melly gonna testify? Do y'all think Melly should testify? Melly, they got to provide truthful information, y'all. This deal would involve admitting to accessory charges. Melly got to 2027. They in his case, the plea resolved all or BORTLEN's legal issues regarding this case. BORTLEN through with this. After he get out in 10 years, do 6 years probation. But if BORTLEN was smart, I'll go ahead on and do my 16 years. Cause he ain't working nowhere. Go on, BORTLEN, and do your 16 years. If you could do 5, you could do 5 more. You could do 5, you could do 6 more. Go ahead. If you young right now, he not like 20 something. Go ahead on and do all the years, so you won't have to do 6 years of probation. Go on and do all your time. While your buddy, your close friend, continues to face the death penalty in a 2027 retrial. Now, y'all, me and BORTLEN, I'm gonna go over some stuff with BORTLEN. I just don't, y'all. Man, BORTLEN. It's something about me and BORTLEN don't connect, period. I think BORTLEN got away. So what we're going to do is we're going to glance at a couple things. I want to go back to this video right here. I want to go to this video right here. Hold on, y'all. I don't think this right. I don't think that I ain't got nothing. I can't win over this because I want BORTLEN to get it. Here we go, y'all. Let's take a look at this. Shout out to my workers. I know y'all work out there and y'all don't have a chance to catch up. That's why I go back. And shout out to my members. Okay. And my subscribers. Okay. Let's take a look at this video right here. Yeah, for some reason I studied this video so many times. So many times. This video right here. Give a shout out to Law and Crime for recording this video. They do a good job. I love myself from Law and Crime. I'm subscribed to them. This video right here, you know what, y'all? I got 2 sons. I got 3 brothers. Just imagine, yo, son don't know tonight is the night in 2018, October the 26th, that they won't be living again. They won't be living. Y'all, we got to have feelings for our young men like we do with our young ladies. Now, let's take a look at this video. You don't seen this video so many times, but you might as well look at it. That Whitney Tampering, honey. Woo. Look at Kobe digging in his nose. Kobe right there. That's any boy name. What said Chase asked him? Whatever said Chase asked him, dude looked at BORTLEN and he looked at Seth Chase. I wonder what he said. I wish I could hear what they saying. You know, it's good. Okay, let me go and play it. Let me just play it. What they talking about? Why Kobe? Well, not Kobe. Why is Kobe laughing, y'all, and looking at his phone? Why is he so happy? He's so happy when Seth Chase got in that car. He's so happy. But he the main one was sitting in that room, in that interrogation room, just, oh, well, Melly did you Melly did. And Cortlen's supposed to be his cousin. So you know if Cortlen is Kobe cousin, they got to know something. You know, you tell your cousin stuff. So funny, Kobe. But watch Juvie. And I've been on this, I've been saying this for since 2018. Juvie noticed the seating arrangement. And he's looking at the car now because he noticed that Melly has gotten in his spot. And Melly should be sitting on the other side of the car. Because that's not the way they came in with Set Chasing and Juvie on the same side. You got Bortlein and Melly on the same side and didn't get hit, period. Now watch Bortlein right here. And this dude right here, no, he looking at that dude thought he was gonna get on the passenger side over here, and I'm not sure it's that glass or not. Cause he boy look alike right now. He told him, man, I'm about to get over here in the passenger seat. Got my leg longer than yours, so he got in the back. But look at Boiler. Look at Set Juvie. Watch how Juvie walk over there on that side of the car. See, you see, Juvie didn't come. Juvie didn't come. Allegedly, they didn't come like that. You know, like when we with our partners, we want to go back the way we came. You was in the front over there in the passenger side. Sad Chaser got long legs, so he has to be on the passenger side. But why is I wonder why is Sad Chase and Juvie and Melly and Bortlen in the same car? I wonder if they had a switched. What would happen if they had a switched up to where Sat Chase get over there in that car and Glass get over there in that car right there? Whoever right here on the right passenger. Suppose he got over there. So they came. This red car came that way. So they are going back the way they were sitting. They're going back. They're going back the way they came. Why did Melly get over here? It's just a coincidence. I guess. Melly got over there in Juvie's seat instead of sliding over there and move out the way. I would say, go on over, Melly. I want to come back on my side. Go on over. Go. But it didn't matter to Juvie at that time because Juvie didn't think nothing was going to allegedly happen to him. But Juvie makes me think that he drove over there on the driver's side. He came to the studio on the driver's side. And by Sat Chaser got long legs, Juvie needed to be sitting behind Cortlen. And what his name? And Melly should have been sitting over there on the side the way he came. Allegedly. That's what I'm just looking at stuff. See, why a Juvie? How Juvie looking? Juvie already looking. Juvie know they ain't sitting right. Juvie know they ain't sitting right. Look at Juvie. Look at you like, oh man. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me get on this side. And that driver had to come behind Juvie. He knows something too, y'all. I wonder is he gonna testify. Why ain't nobody asked this dude right here to testify? He the one run the studio, I guess, allegedly. Why didn't they ask him to testify? So he giving them 5. that driver right there. And if they were following each other, why didn't they continue following each other? I think the driver need to be questioned a whole lot. Whoever that driver is. Okay, now let's look at this again. Because I study these videos over and over and over and over again. And sometimes this is the first time I don't drink some coffee and eyes all open. Now, BORTLEN PLEAD put Melly in a situation. His plea deal put Melly in a situation. His plea deal put all eyes on Melly. Because you got to realize this is your witness tampering. Witness tampering. This is one, this dude, look at him flying. Look at him. Now, take board and take them to the hospital. Was he? Yeah, I'm thinking about BORTLEN got away, y'all. BORTLEN got away with murder. Because the reason why I say he got away with murder, because he saw everything. Those boys allegedly could have lived if they wouldn't kept. I don't know. Let me bad that, because I remember one of the witnesses took the stand, said one shot took them out. But why keep shooting? But the reason why they kept on, I'm gonna say attack, okay? The reason why they kept attacking them, because they got to make sure they was gone, because they know who did this to them. So their body could be still moving. But man, we got to make sure they gone. And I believe if they were really in the drive-by, they would have been took them to the hospital. They could have been took them to the hospital. BORTLEN could have been taking them to the hospital. But instead, he want to hide in the bushes and watch. Because it was allegedly planned. They took their last nap and their last ride. If BORTLEN, why did it? The question I have is, why leave BORTLEN on the scene to make it look like BORTLEN did this? But Melly got safe and got in another car. So you gonna put the crime on me? No, you ain't gonna put the crime on me. I'm already on probation, on parole, whatever. So you left me here, he left me here with them, and he got in the car. This tells this witness tampering, this young man right here changed this whole case. It made Melly look guilty because you shot them, you allegedly shot them boys up, and I saw you. You and them allegedly he had help. And y'all kept on doing it and then leave me out there with them. So that made me think that Bortlen was left out there with the boys in the car because he didn't go with Melly. Think about it, y'all. Think. He didn't go with Melly. So they gonna put the murder on Bortlen, but Bortlen switched on them.
What are we seeing on the screen right now? So this is the sidewalk portion I was telling you about. Immediately on the bottom left corner of the screen, which is those white dashes, that's where the cars right there. The dashes are for the sea pedestrian was walking across into the yard. Then the sidewalk portion, that is the two doors of the yard. The left door on the left side of the video is the yard adult entrance, and the right is the pediatric entrance, but it's one big area. And then in the middle is the park bench, right behind that glass.
Yeah, if Bortlen hadn't never brought them boys to the hospital, then we won't be here today. Think about what I just said. If Bortlen had never brought them to the hospital, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't know nothing. But allegedly, they left him at the scene. Then when they never thought that he would have took them boys to the hospital. When he took them boys to the hospital, that told the whole case, everything. They told everything when he took. If he hadn't never brought them to the hospital, no telling what we would be in at now. We wouldn't know nothing. But by him bringing them to the hospital, we know a lot. They left him with 2 dead bodies in the car. Make it look like he did it. While your partner gone. Where is your partner? What if Melly cared, he would have came to the hospital like Bortlen. Melly should have came to the hospital. I don't believe Melly thought that Bortlen was going to take them, drive them boys to the hospital, y'all. I don't believe he thought that he was going to bring them boys to boys. Bortlen is telling me that he saw what happened, but he didn't do it. That's the way I see it. Bortlen telling me that I didn't do this. Man, I ain't know he was going to do this. And then they left me out here. But I'm going to take them to the hospital. If he hadn't never took them boys to the hospital, we wouldn't be here now. Because that'll make us wonder who did that to them boys. So what Bortlen did, Bortlen covered himself.
Pause the video at 4:36 and 11 seconds. We see a second individual in the video frame. Can you recognize the person?
Oh, hold on, y'all. I apologize. Hold on, y'all. I apologize. I didn't see y'all in the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't see y'all in the chat. Okay, I'm sorry. Right, AA, right. What's up, chat? Let me get back to the program. I'm sorry, I wasn't ignoring y'all, okay? I didn't even know y'all was in the chat. What you said, King? Keep it up, Green. But see, AA, they didn't just, that's a front, threaten Melly mama. This a front. So you don't know the street, that's a front. It's supposed to look like this. They weren't complaining earlier. They weren't complaining earlier that she was being threatened. It been all teeth and smiles. But now since this stuff don't got real, with that witness tampering, that's enough to say everybody threaten me. I'll say anything too. See, if BORTLEN tried to save them, but after seeing what he saw, he already knew they was gone. After seeing what they saw, but see, they had to take them boys out like that, y'all. They had to take them boys out like that because the boys saw them. BORTLEN and Juvie saw them. BORTLEN saved himself and the two boys. If BORTLEN had never took them to the hospital, like I said, where will we be now with this case? Where will we be? They offer him a plea to talk. When you sign statements, you are talking, young people. You're talking. You are talking when you sign your name on something, put that signature on there. You have talked to save your life. It's almost like, shoot, Melly's left me there with them boys. Shoot, man, let me sign it, please, deal. I ain't about to save nobody. I'm sure I'm going to save myself. Streets ain't like it used to be, y'all. The streets ain't nothing compared to the way it used to be. They got his friends on a stretcher, and he looking at us. To be honest with you, BORTLEN just told on Melly. This is the video that BORTLEN told on Melly. This is the video that BORTLEN told on Melly. Usually in a drive-by, you'll call the police where you are. But they didn't do that here. They didn't call the police where BORTLEN did not call the police where he was. He thought about his sister. That's her sister. That's his sister brother. That's his baby sister brother. Shoot, that girl just got a Melly. Shoot. Okay, I just want y'all. That's the video that took. Now I want to take y'all. Before I take y'all here, I want to take y'all here. These are some important points in that witness tampering. YNW Melly faces new witness tampering charges. This is just part of the news I want y'all to check out.
YNW Melly is accused of witness tampering now, just as he's about to be retried for murder. Uncle Tim's Ian Margot with more. These charges are being added on to the ones these three men were already facing. And investigators say they worked together to dissuade at least one.
See, Melly messed himself up. Melly in this video right here, he messed himself up. When he did that witness, if Melly hadn't never did that witness tampering, and he just got that hung jury, he could have allegedly he could have got a bond. It would have been a high bond. But by that witness tampering, that's a case. But he got to be blessed with the jury. I think they need to change the jury. I don't think they should go with the same jury that they had. I really do think they need to change the jury. It should be changed.
Melly is accused of witness tampering now, just as he's about to be retried for murder. Uncle Jen's Ian Margot with more. These charges are being added on to the ones these three men were already facing. And investigators say they worked together to dissuade at least one witness from cooperating. Jamal Demons. Rapper YNW Melly facing even more trouble this week, now accused of tampering with a witness in his double murder case. Melly, whose real name is Jamel Demons, is already in custody, but new allegations say he developed a, quote, sophisticated system to communicate with individuals outside of the Broward County Jail, including his co-defendant, Cortlen Henry.
Cortlen Henry, photo?
Cortlen Henry. According to court documents, Melly, who does not get phone privileges while in custody, recruited another inmate named Terrence Mathis to help him talk to Henry. They also say Henry, who is on house arrest waiting for his own murder trial, allegedly delivered messages for Melly more than 100 times in the last year. Investigators say Demons would write notes and have them passed to Mathis, who would then call Henry and pass along Melly's instructions. During one of those calls, a detective heard Mathis giving directions to Henry to keep Rihanna away from court, and said Henry was clearly uncomfortable with getting those directions on a recorded call. Rihanna, investigators say, is a code name for Melly's former girlfriend, Mariah Hamilton, who has not been...
Did y'all hear that? We're going to go back over it. We're going to go back over it. Rihanna, they weren't talking about the singer Rihanna. Y'all thought they was talking about Rihanna at first. And then I was like, Rihanna would have never did nothing like this. She wouldn't even scoot to his level.
Cooperative with the state's investigation so far. This charge they are now facing is...
Now, let go back. Now, the person who was the witness with the witness tampering just got away with this witness tampering. Who is it? BORTLEN. BORTLEN got away with witness tampering. BORTLEN don't told everything. Mel ain't going nowhere, no time, unless the jury come to an agreement. Okay. Another mistrial. BORTLEN, they were smart to take BORTLEN out the witness tampering, but BORTLEN is the witness. Y'all hear me? BORTLEN was the witness, one of the witnesses that he was tampering with. Look what they did. Y'all got to play. Y'all may be good in chess. Well, I'm good in softball. I've been playing softball since I was 50-something years old, and I can still play softball. Now I can go out there and hit a ball, place my ball where I want to place my ball. If I want to go to right field, I let it go to right field. I want to go to shortstop, I do it. Left center, right center, I can place my ball with the way I step with my bat. So the witness was BORTLEN. BORTLEN is no longer a witness for Melly. BORTLEN is no longer a witness for Melly. BORTLEN escaped the witness tampering, y'all. Now, Rihanna is not Rihanna, the singer Rihanna. I knew that from the beginning. I knew that 2018. They ain't talking about Rihanna. Because she went to school till they left. They was talking about his girlfriend. They trying to act like that's his ex-girlfriend. But I believe she's still his girlfriend. And the reason why I allegedly feel like that's still his girlfriend, because she was with him when he was doing wrong. She stopped by him when he was doing wrong. Why would she break up with him? Because he locked up. Man, please. This case right here remind me of Julio Fulio. If I'm saying his name. Julio Fulio. I think I'm saying his name right. I'm not. I get him mixed up with Julio Fulio. I get well, Julio with the boy, the rapper. I get their case. Their case remind me of this case. So think the witness tampering is a serious criminal offense. This either make Melly or break Melly. Because they asked out BORTLEN to protect BORTLEN.
Charges are being added on to the ones these three men were.
See, I don't know whoever talking to Melly look like they just digging in the grave, just digging in the rabbit hole too deep for him. They should have told him, don't say nothing to nobody. Don't say nothing. He had to talk to the reason why he did was he put more charges on himself because he's not even supposed to have a cell phone. So that's more charges for him. Now this witness tampering, after three guys, BORTLEN not there no more to protect him, to make him look good. And that boy, I'm gonna tell you something. And the boy who was who you gonna see in a few minutes, the other guy, he ain't gonna let Melly mess up his charges, his phone, his privileges, and his time in jail. The boy want to get out of jail himself, not BORTLEN, but the other dude. He want to get out of jail. Them boy be want to get out of jail, y'all.
Investigators say they work together to dissuade at least one witness from cooperating. Jamal Demons, rapper YNW Melly facing even more trouble this week. Now accused of tampering with a witness in his double murder case. Melly, whose real name is Jamel.
Why did he do that? Why did you do that, Melly? And see, and what really Melly know the jail system. Why did he put himself he dug a hole up for himself when he did the tampering? With the witness? And he was already facing a double murder charge. It don't make him look good. But he better pray and blow all the kisses, whatever he gonna do. Look at all them guys, y'all, who's sitting right there. Look at the expression on them boy face, y'all, sitting right there. Look at Melly. Look at the boy face. Look at them dudes in that courtroom. They know what's going on. They know what's going on.
Demons is already in custody
Now, I believe Melly talking to somebody. Melly was talking to somebody else on that phone besides his witness. Somebody is whoever schooling him is protecting themselves. Let me say that again. Whoever is schooling Melly is trapping him to keep them from looking at them. Do you understand what I said? Whoever Melly is talking to on that phone beside the witnesses, they are misleading him the wrong way. Because this is not the way to go. When you already got a murder charge, a double murder charge over your head, why would you fool with the witnesses? This is not elementary school. This is not high school. This is not college. This is real life. So whoever talking to Melly, whoever on the phone talking to Melly is trying to save themselves. So they won't look at them, but they looking at Melly. This ain't no sophisticated. Demond has developed a sophisticated. If you call this sophisticated, I don't. With communication, no, I don't think it's sophisticated. I think it's a bunch of mess.
With individuals outside of the Broward County Jail.
Is his name Bortlen or Cortlen? I be saying Bortlen because I see Bortlen. Sometimes I see Cortlen Henry, or Bortlen Henry. Sometimes I see Bortlen Henry. Sometimes I see Cortlen Henry. I don't know what to call the boy. I don't know to call him Cortlen or Bortlen. I used to call him Cortlen. Then they started saying Bortlen. So I'm going to say what they said right here in Broward County, Cortlen. So he was talking to Cortlen. He was talking to Cortlen. But Cortlen just snitched on him. Young people, stay off the cell phone, okay? Stay off the cell phone. Stay off the cell phones. That's when you don't got caught up in some trouble. Stay away from the cell phones, okay? Because now Cortlen don't win against Melly. Cortlen don't win against Melly. Like, shoot, man, I don't give a damn what you do, but you about to get that double murder case.
Including his co-defendant, Cortlen Henry.
Cortlen Henry, come on up.
Cortlen Henry, according to court documents, Melly, who does not get phone privileges while in custody, recruited another inmate named Terrence Mathis to help him.
Now, Terry Mathis got out of the phone. Listen, y'all, with the witness tampering, that's gonna kind of mess Melly up a little bit. The witness, y'all got to know me. These laughs is I'm a trip. I'm tripping. Like I be saying, you tripping. I always laugh like that. People know me. Know when I'm tripping, I laugh. But this dude right here got everything in his phone. They pulled his records, y'all. They pulled his phone records when he was on the phone with Melly and Cortlen. Now, don't forget. Let me remind you that Cortlen and Julie shared sisters. They share the same. Let me get it. It's so confusing. I think they share the same father. His sister, Cortlen's sister. And I don't know how that worked, y'all. Don't ask me because they ain't about to confuse me. They ain't about to confuse me. But this dude right here, y'all, he don't want to spend no life in prison. He don't want to spend this dude right here. He don't want to spend no time in jail. They about to cut him loose. They about to cut him some of his time. They about to shorten some of his time. This dude right here. So y'all got to understand, it's a lot with this witness tampering. He better go in there and do some voodoo, kudu, voodoo, whatever. Because it is in his phone. And you can't delete nothing out on phone. I'm telling y'all young people, stop. I'm trying to help you. Stop texting stuff inside of phones. And inside of anything where you have to take your finger and text. It's not gone nowhere when you delete it. It's still there.
They also say Henry, who is on house arrest waiting for his own murder trial, allegedly delivered messages from Melly more than 100 times.
Ain't that something? Y'all, look, y'all. The reason I'm taking y'all back because that witness tampering is going to be good. The witness tampering is going to be good. But guess who's not in it? Henry. Henry was one of the ones that he was tampering with. But Henry ain't got the 10 years, really probably got 5 years and get 6 years of probation. He ain't stunned Melly. He about to go on with his life. Think about Henry is currently, he was on pretrial release. Level 1 house arrest. And has facilitated communication with the mail on 100. Just imagine that the witness tampering main witness got it made in the shade. He ain't got to worry about this no more. He ain't got to worry about this case no more. And out of that communication with Melly, so many times, when Cortlen was also tampering for Melly. Y'all got it? But Cortlen, he got away. He got away. Cortlen got away, y'all. I wanted Cortlen. I didn't want them to give him no plea. I didn't want them to give him no plea deal. I didn't want them to give him no deal. But he missed Melly. Woo! And my girl don't have her baby, y'all. The prosecutor, that's my girl there. She don't have that baby. That baby ought to be like 2-year-old now. She was on paternity leave. That's why y'all didn't see her at the other hearing. So at this tampering, witness tampering motion, who else we got to wait? Who else about to come in there, y'all? No telling who the witness are now, y'all. No telling who the witness gonna be. No. These young boy don't want to do no time in jail, so we don't know who. We don't know who about to walk in that prison. Ain't about to spend no years in prison no more. Don't nobody want to be in jail. Nobody want to be in prison.
In the last year, investigators say Demons would write notes and have them passed to Mathis, who would then call Henry and pass along Melly's instructions. During one of those calls, a detective heard Mathis giving directions to
Look, doing this. Mathis is trying to give directions to Cortlen about keeping not Rihanna, but Melly's girlfriend away from the court. Y'all, it's so, it's so, wow. Cortlen did keep her away from the court a little bit, and she went out in another country. But they brought her back over here. They brought her back over here. And what I can't understand is
Henry to keep Rihanna away from court. It said Henry was
clearly see, Cortlen got a little bit more sense with the system than Melly. Melly just a singer and a rapper. Cortlen don't been. Cortlen said, y'all got me on a recorded call, man. Don't y'all know they recording our calls? Don't you know they can take our phone record? They don't need nothing but our telephone number, our phone number. He said, Cortlen Henry is obviously uncomfortable and does not want those directions being given over the recorded call. Melly, come on, Melly. You did this on the. Oh Lord, how much help me, Jesus. You did this on the phone, dude.
call. Rihanna, investigators say, is a code name for Melly's former girlfriend, Mariah Hamilton, who has not been cooperative with the state's investigation so far. The charge they are now facing is tampering. Also carries a potential sentence of life in prison.
Melly. Melly remind me of my brother. They don't be thinking. He remind me of a little bit. He don't be thinking. He not we be thinking. Now, y'all, I want to take y'all right here to get y'all ready. Get y'all ready and prepared without Cortlen witness tampering. Oh Lord, have mercy, help me, Jesus, help me, Lord. Y'all young people got to start listening to the old folks, cause we didn't. The way y'all get away with stuff, it was hard for us to get away with stuff. We knew not to get on a cell phone. We knew not to get on the cell phone. We didn't really what you call. We had phones look like cell phones. Y'all got all kind of technologies.
So once you are seated, I need you to scoot that chair forward as far as open. You can adjust that microphone so it's recording right at your mouth. Please cite your full name and spell your full name. Jordan Cox, Jordancox. Mr. Griffiths, you may inquire.
How long? Y'all? See a lot of This is on Portland.
Police department. Roll patrol. Where was I working? City of Maryland. I was on FTO, so I was kind of roaming around the entire city. The hospital. We parked underneath the emergency bay, like sitting on a bench. At the time, no. Yes. Cortlen Henry. I do. That day? Or just now? Just now, yeah, based on him and his tattoos. I do. He's wearing a red jumpsuit.
Okay, the record shall so reflect. You may proceed.
I did. Upon arrival, I pretty much asked him what had happened, what was going on. Based on, he looked like he was in distress sitting on the bench. So just trying to figure out what was going on.
What was going on? What was going on around you when you first started home?
We had medical personnel coming out of the hospital, trying to extract the victims from the vehicle, get them inside, and apply aid to them. Yes. I don't recall.
Do you recall where they were?
The officers. I had my FTO next to me, Officer Luna, and Jessica Mangor. She was standing outside the emergency room. Yes.
How were you dressed? How was those dressed?
Road patrol uniform, Miramar police insignia.
You guys just briefly, what was your conversation with Mr. Henry?
You refer to my report? Yeah, that's fine. Yes. Yeah, so based off the what I observed with the vehicle, the victims, pretty much asked what had happened, what was going on, where did this occur, how did this occur, just to get basic general information to provide to the detectives that were going to come on scene. Yes.
Where possibly this incident where the individual vehicle was killed?
Yes.
What did you do that information?
I provided to the detectives that are right on scene.
Approximately how long did you see Mr. Henry?
I don't recall.
Long period of time, short period of time?
Approximately about an hour.
And the entire conversation, where did that take place?
In the outside emergency bay, and then he was either admitted. He was either admitted to a room, or they took him into a room, and we spoke to him in there as well.
And at what point did you, at any point in time, did you see Mr. Henry?
I did. When I had finished talking to him.
Were there other officers present when you left?
I would say another officer took my role and stayed with him when I left the room. Yes.
And do you know when the detectives arrived?
I don't.
At any point in time when you were with Mr. Henry, you ever advised him that he could be a passenger under arrest?
No, I didn't. police officers. Correct. Not that I recall. Based on that, any redirect? Already stated the witness excused. Alright, so you said no. Thank you. While he's doing that, State, you may call your next witness. Sir, if I can come all the way up to the witness stand, please. Once you reach it, but before you have a seat, you can just stop and look at me. Raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I do. Please be seated. Sir, once you're seated, if I can just move that chair forward as far as it'll go. You can adjust that microphone towards the point where you're not. Can you please state your full name and title? Stephen Toyota, Stephen Toyota. Thank you, Mayor Clark. Good morning. Capital Dynamics, it's a global investment firm.
And that is the full officer. When you retired from your army?
February of 2021.
And were you working with the American Army Police Department back over 2018?
I was. Homicide effective.
And on that night, you received a call to respond to the Memorial Miramar Hospital.
It was the morning of the 26th, October 26, 2018 morning. Yes.
And what, if anything, was the call you received?
I believe it was very generic. Couple dead bodies at the hospital being dropped off by a friend. Just so you know, I don't get into great details when they call me out when I'm asleep because most of the time early information is not accurate anyway. So that's all I had is some semblance of what was going on when I hit the hospital.
And you specifically said you don't know too much, so that you get there and perform your own.
Yep, exactly.
And let me ask, at that point in time, what was your role with the Army Department? I know you were a homicide detective, but were you kind of stepping back a bit and getting ready to retire?
Yeah, it was kind of internally within our team. We know when people are about to retire. We try not to put them in really important positions of homicide as they close to retirement for reasons like this. Yeah. Yeah, retired. And so, but yeah, I was definitely taking a back seat on a lot of things. I think that my saying was, I don't want to interview the shooter, I don't want to fuck the gun. I don't want to interview the shooter, I don't want to fuck the gun.
So, what was your role when you were at the hospital that morning?
A team player. I wasn't the lead. Detective Melly was, so whatever he needed.
And if anything, you arrived with, well, what detective were in our
He was.
What if anything did you tell you you arrived at the hospital?
cooperative in that situation. But
So there was no question back and forth between you and him.
no, well, questioning is where's the patient exactly. Yeah, nothing about potential suspect or the investigative part. We're just trying to determine where it happened, what happened. It's very, very early on in the investigation.
So just that sort of last part, right? You were straight.
And then this is where it's at. Okay.
Was he at any point in time put under arrest?
No.
Was he in your custody that time?
No.
Was he at any point in time not really in that analysis?
No, he's a witness. He can leave whenever he wants. Well, at the time, we believe he was witness. So.
And so at that time, he was just there voluntarily telling you guys and showing you where this crime scene was.
Yes.
No further questions.
Okay, cross-examination, go ahead. Was he taught before he gave a statement to Bertrand already?
I don't know the timing of the statement he gave to Bertram Moretti, but if it was after I drove around, then yeah, he was talking to me. No, I'm not sure. What was it? What was the timeline of his statement? Yes.
What happened to the crime?
The dead bodies? We were working homicide, yeah. Yes. Correct. Correct. Yes.
You know whether or not police officers have already looked for a sheet based upon what happened. Yes, are you told another police lady in the hospital or another person?
I'm sorry. She said,
Or not? Did their counter with the first only person on scene that he gave a location for the shooting that was already investigated?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't.
You weren't told anything about where it may have happened?
I may have been. I just don't recall.
Fine. So what are already done? Taking a seat and find something?
Yeah, it was, he was, even if, and I don't recall specifically,
Sit
but even
down.
if somebody thought they were, what the crime scene was based on what he had told them, we're still going to do a drive-by in person with him.
You wanted to go back and look to see if there's
Exactly, talk about the exact location of the scene. Yes. It's kind of a gray area at the direction. We work as a team, so yeah, it would have been Brady is the lead detective. Correct. That was the plan, yeah. Yep. Is that the question? Was that the question? Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean by that? Directed him to me. I believe it was mutually discussed that he's going to show us the location of the crime. Sounds right. Yeah. Not sure. Not possible. I don't remember. I do not. Yes.
What conversation did you have with him?
I don't. I have listened to the recording.
You didn't record him?
Actually, I'm not even sure. Record or not.
Okay. You were on the site detective. You were called out for a homicide. You found somebody else. You got it.
talked to him. I just don't recall. If there was a recording of it, it'd be easier for me to reflect on that, but I can't tell you exactly what we talked about, other than we're trying to determine the location of the crime.
Trying to determine what happened. Yeah, for his version of what may have happened on the murder.
I don't know if I asked him directly, but I'm sure somebody had asked him, and it may even relate to me.
We don't have any notes of that?
No,
Okay. You say there's recordings of that?
I'm not positive.
Where the body cam?
No,
Where are the video of that?
no,
There's no body cams of any of this stuff, correct?
I don't know.
How long after this kid retired?
February 21, so 2.5 years?
How long in the homicide there?
18 years.
After driving with Mr. Henry to the scene, or going through his that was no scene, do you have suspicions about his involvement?
Let's see. No, not as far as a suspect. Obviously, he's involved. He's there with the students. So we knew he was involved, but no, I think he was just being cooperative. It's very common in my career that people aren't cooperative only because they don't want to get involved. So that's kind of the gist that I got from him.
Didn't want to get involved.
Yeah.
And you were trying to get him involved, of course, by asking him what happened, where it was, right? That's what detective is, correct?
Yeah, I'm trying to determine the location of the crime scene. Yeah.
Okay. You took him back from the ring at Cortlen, right?
I would have brought it back to somebody. Yeah, I'm not sure who I saw.
Where he thought he might be the man.
Yes.
You didn't take him home.
No.
You didn't tell him you're free to go call somebody when you go now.
Not that I recall. See, may redirect. Okay. Detective, I actually have a question for you. Sure. Let's say you drove out to wherever you were going, and right before you got there, Mr. Henry said to you, "Hey, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to anyone. I would like to get out of the car right now." What would you do? Let him go. State, based on my question, do you have any additional questions? Defense, based on my question, do you have any additional questions?
Just let him walk out. You know already, Cortlen and his work.
No, I don't know their intentions, but no, under the circumstances, he's used the word cooperating kind of in the gray area, but he was being courteous. He was somewhat cooperating, so he was free to leave at any time. He was free to leave at any time.
Guys, let me see you. You got some dead bodies. You're investigating a person who drove to the hospital. You have a person who drove to the hospital. He's dead. You're not going to investigate. That's obvious.
Yeah, we're trying to complete an investigation, but he's free to walk away. He's not a suspect. He's not detained.
Why don't you find out what happened to him?
Of course we do. But we
He
can
brought
very
he brought 2 unalive bodies in the hospital, and y'all said, "Okay, you can go on, have a good night." Wow. Woo.
Actually, so I do not. Yes.
Oh, way sarcastic.
It was not. Yeah. No, I was there for support in that point of my career, and I was not trying to get into the league.
Beside you, and Cortlen
I showed up. I'm not sure they were all there yet. Because we're all getting called out. We're all getting called out. So I don't know who they called out. I mean,
all the detectives were here. You know, it's crime scene people were there, correct?
I do not know if they were there at the time.
First meeting, you have something like that, establish a crime scene. You have a person take
You mean a crime scene log? You mean a crime scene log?
Yeah.
Yeah, we normally do that. I don't know.
you know what was done, correct?
No, actually, I don't know for sure if it was or not. Thank you, Judge.
Everybody had to come all the way up here. Let you reach it. We have to stop and look at it. So we go to-
They got my ball on the stand.
Mark Moretti, M-A-R. I'm employed with the Office of National Drug Control Policy. One of their initiatives called HIDA. It's a federal agency. High intensity drug trafficking area. Since January. City of Miramar. Homicide detective. Almost 10 years. 22 years. Yes, I was with the Village of Pinecrest Police Department from 1998 until 2003. Prior to that, I was in the Air Force 1991 till 1998. Then the Coast Guard Reserves from 2003 until 2017. Served as well as listed as well as a commissioned officer. Yes. Yes. I was reporting. I was called to respond to Memorial Miramar Hospital reference a double homicide. Two individuals were inside of a vehicle that were apparently victims of a gunshot.
And did you yourself arrive at the hospital?
Yes.
What if anything was told you to arrive at the hospital?
I believe when I got on scene, I made contact with the supervisor, then later got in contact with Detective Bertrand because it was his week to be on call. So he was technically the lead. He called me out because he was soon to retire in less than a year and he did not want to pick up another case. And so I agreed to come out and help him.
And we arrived on scene. Anyone kind of knew what was going on?
The on-scene supervisor briefed me. Then once I got with Detective Bertrand, he briefed me on what he had at that point.
And what were you told was going on at that point?
An individual arrived in the entrance to the empty room. It was a gray Jeep. The gray Jeep was still there. There was two victims. Both died of multiple gunshot wounds. And they were later transferred to inside the ER. I believe that's where they were officially pronounced deceased, was inside the ER. The vehicle was still there. It was secured, so no one could go in or out of it. Nothing could be touched like any other crime scene. And that's all we had at the point. That was technically our crime scene, even though we didn't know where this incident had occurred. We just knew that this vehicle came to ER with 2 dead bodies. It was Cortlen Henry. Yes. Red jumpsuit next to Mr. Haddad. He was in a treatment room. He was laying in the bed, wasn't handcuffed, wasn't under arrest. As far as I knew, he was technically a victim and the only surviving witness of a double homicide. It was recorded. I think it just gave my first name or said detective. I had to listen to the recording, but I had a polo shirt, regular slacks on, gun on my side, ID badge. The best my recollection at this time, I don't think there was anyone guarding the room. I mean, there was a lot of police presence there that day. There was probably half the west side was over there. So. When I say guarding the room, as far as you were concerned, he was really he was just a witness. We didn't have anything we couldn't detain him. We couldn't compel him to talk. If anyone thought we couldn't compel him, he was just a witness at that point, a victim. It was I would say a cordial conversation. He was upset. His friends were just murdered in front of him. But there was no hostilities, no arguing back and forth, no profanities or anything like that. At that time, your investigation, technically, he was the victim. He was shot at. And so you're questioning at that point in time, not for incriminating. But the biggest issue we did not know where this crime occurred. When it initially started off, we didn't even think that this even occurred in our city. And we didn't have a crime scene. What we were being told of where this occurred, there was no spent casings, no glass on the road. There was no indication that any crime occurred.
So they was in an area unidentified where people don't go. That's where the car was. They took Cortlen, they took Juvie and Sat Chaser to a disposed area where really and nobody called in to say they heard no shooting. So they took them to a good area where nobody really paid no attention if somebody was shooting. Because that's a lot of shooting for nobody not to hear. And right then he is a witness. So he blessed. Cortlen got off real good. He real blessed not to be in this witness tampering. Because he the only one alive with the eyes can tell you what happened. Beside him and Melly. And whoever else.
Statement, he says, I'm not from here, I'm not familiar with there, so we gave him the benefit of the doubt, like, okay, people get lost all the time, and they might think they're on Miramar Parkway, but...
See, y'all, if you pay attention, this is almost like they're giving Cortlen his witness tampering trial motion. To me, it seemed like this is his motion right here. His hearing, his motion. This is his witness tampering case to me. But they doing it a little different. To me.
actually on Pembroke Road or Pines Boulevard. It's understandable. So he said, you know what, just ride with Detective Toyota and show him where it happened. I don't know his exact words, but he didn't object. He wasn't in handcuffs. It was an unmarked police unit, not a cage in the back of their car. So there's nothing we could have done. He never invoked his Fifth Amendment rights. No, I mean, every question we asked, he answered. Might not have been the most truthful, but he answered every question. At that point, yes, ma'am.
I just told y'all. The witness is here. This is the witness who witnessed everything. He saw everything, but he cleared his name. Now he don't have to be. He cleared. He ain't got nothing to do with the witness tampering now, because he saved himself. He saved himself. He not the one they want.
When he was arrested in Houston, we did fly down to Houston to try to speak with him there, but he went and speak with us then. He definitely invoked his right there. Correct. More, sir. The car was here. I have to refer to the crime scene photos, but I believe they did put crime scene tape up around the vehicle. I have to look at the photos. Yes. I believe so. About 6 o'clock. Yes, sir. I believe he got there, at 4:35? You would have to look at the crime scene log, but it was a significant amount. Well, it is. I don't think that many. The only truly way to answer that question is to look at the crime scene log to see who was there. I don't want to give you a number and be wrong, but yes, sir. Yes, sir. He was in a room with a hospital bed. The heart rate monitor was on him. Looked like he was receiving treatment. That's hospital's protocol. Ask him why. He was just a victim of a shooting. I guess they wanted to check him out. He was shot at. No, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir.
So BORTLEN was shot at. Oh, Lord.
You talked to the other detective, not sorry, I heard her, correct?
Correct.
And you went and talked to, and you say cordial, if I may, and you first words with Henry, hey, how you doing, what's up, man, how you guys doing? You say, hey, my name is Detective Bertrand, and this is Detective Perez, let's get on. We're here to talk to you about what happened, okay? That's the conversation, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, the police say to him, all right, listen, you need to be straight up and tell us where this happened. Okay, my understanding, you told me about something, but the evidence doesn't show that it happened, correct?
Who said that? Okay.
Correct?
Correct. I got the statement in front of me.
Or might not, because why not? The evidence doesn't show it happened. You gotta be straight up, correct?
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, you're right, sir.
Yeah, the evidence doesn't show that happened. You're confronting him with that, he misrepresented something to the police, correct?
Yeah, but
It doesn't happen, correct?
correct.
You're confronting him, now that's obstruction of justice, isn't it?
No.
You testified to trial, you had enough to arrest him at that time. You testified to Mr. Melly'S, that at that time you had enough to arrest him.
I would like to see the full transcripts on that because I don't remember specifically saying that we had enough to arrest him at that time. And at the hospital because we didn't even know if this crime even occurred in the hospital. So for you to come in here and say that, it sounds like you're putting trumpet words in my mouth again. She is giving me false information. It is. It's a misdemeanor. Sir, I do not want to arrest on a homicide or a misdemeanor charge, and then we got the speedy trial issues. In that room was just Detective Bertrand and I. I could not answer that question because I don't know who was where, was walking around. You would have to look at the crime scene log, sir. No, sir. There was video outside the hospital where when the bug brought in, but I think that there's no video inside the ER room for HIPAA reasons. Correct. Yes. Yes. You'd have to refer to the statement. Would you mind showing Detective Flair where it occurred? Like I said in the direct examination, I said that sometimes people get confused. Correct. Point of the location where the identifier. Well, if you look into our statement, we even told him, listen, we don't care about the drugs. We don't care about any other crimes. We only care about the dead bodies. I am not concerned about a misdemeanor lying to me. Sir, every single homicide investigation we had, people lie to us. It is a part of our
job day in and day out. People lie to us, and we understand it. I know, sir. But people lie, we understand it, we accept it. And people lie to us for different reasons. And we didn't know he lied to us because he was involved in this homicide. And we just figured he lied because they were doing something and they didn't want to tell the police about it. That was kind of our understanding. We didn't feel this could happen in here. Of course, I mean, what investigator would not confirm that? Well, the facts don't add up. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah.
When you all are telling me evidence doesn't show that happened, we're not saying it could. Part of the saying, we got threat. We can't find this crime. Where is it?
Correct.
Now, when defense counsel is saying lie, we all know it's not from a statement. But in your mind, at that point in time, was it this man committing murder by lying to me, or was it, as you said before, he doesn't know the city near him or doesn't understand what code is in it, and isn't able to tell me where this happened?
We were not thinking that he was involved in this crime whatsoever.
And in fact, at the end of that report, it did show us that on the drive home.
Refer back to the full statement.
If that was a fresh recollection.
Look at the judge.
I mean, like I said, it was not a confrontational encounter. I don't know if I have the full statement here. Can I see your version? Okay. It says question actually from Bertrand, and it says Hector from a ride home.
And with that, is that something that in your practice you all the time do, or people are not in custody?
We've never given a criminal ride home.
No further questions, Your Honor.
If I was concerned that they were a suspect of a homicide, I am by no means going to get into a car with them and drive them somewhere for my safety alone. No, sir. Correct. Well, we were just trying to threaten it, but he wasn't talking. We do that all the time. DNA would not have been possible, but we do that almost always just to rule him out. No, he was not a suspect at that time. Even then, when we did the GSR, which there's two different types of GSR tests. The first one is a presumptive test, and it's done after the initial test, and that just tells us if he handled the gun. That first test came back negative, which even corroborated in our minds a little bit more that he was not involved in any of this. We've done it many times, witnesses and stuff on case victims, and that's nothing unusual. And we don't take it. We ask. The crime scene technician asked. Yes, sir. No. I didn't direct it. No. I do not know. I was there when it was done.
I think he needs to retire.
I was there. I couldn't even answer that question. At least Hector, myself, and Hector Bertrand. Correct. I can't testify to what he was thinking, sir.
Oh, Maria. But Mariah with him and then.
State versus Cortlen Henry, 19-1871 CF10A 23-10643 FNA. I continue to have this policy with your group's president of the state. Mr. Haddad, Mr. Nascimento, present for Mr. Henry, likewise present. So I heard evidence yesterday that made a motion to suppress state Cortlen Henry. State, am I still correct for the additional evidence, witnesses, or testimony you would like to present as to that motion? You would like to present testimony as to that? Okay, no problem. Yeah, Mr. Henry, just you can stay right there with the lawyers, just speak loudly, okay, so everyone can hear the answers. But raise your right hand. Tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Yes. Okay. Put your hand down, please. State your full name. Spell your full name. Sir, you may.
Mr. Henry, I just want to talk about what happened in the hospital on October 26th. You recall driving to the hospital? Okay. At some point, you were brought to the hospital, were you placed into a room? When you were placed in that room, approximately how many officers were there? cross-examination, go ahead.
Mr. Henry, you were taken into the hospital for medical treatment, correct? You're aware that there is no urine sample in evidence, or collected in evidence. You say you were handcuffed. How long were you handcuffed for? So you were handcuffed for over 2 hours in that room, where you're testifying to. Did you ever try to leave? Did you have to leave? Did you ever discuss with the nurse that you wanted to leave? I'm going to show you what they marked as states. You recognize this picture? Who's that a picture of? Or where are you? Are you wearing handcuffs in this picture? This one of those states being evidence of stage 2.
Any objection? No objection. Without objection, state's need for identification is not going to be an evidence that states exhibit 2 only for the purposes of this hearing.
Mr. Henry, you agreed to ride with Detective Toyota about the crime scene? Where you said the crime occurred? Did you ride with Detective Toyota? You testified yesterday about where you said the crime scene occurred. You were seated in the front seat with him. No objections outside this building.
Well, it is outside the scope, but over this objection. Go ahead, sir. You can answer the question.
You did not ride with Detective Toyota. You were in the back seat. And at the end of your interviews with the detectives, they offered you a ride home, correct? They did not offer you a ride home? And they did not give law enforcement did not give you a ride home? No further questions.
All right, based on that, any redirect?
Judge just brings out a photo.
Mr. Henry, the photo that you were showing of you in the hospital, do you recall from pictures being taken of you? Do you recall the officer taking photos of you? Was this taken before or after the handcuffs?
Objection, I think that's call.
Hold on. Over the state's objection. Go ahead, sir. What's your answer to that question? You said you recall some photos being taken. Those photos that you recall being taken, were they taken before or after the handcuffs? After. Based on that, any reproduce? Mr. Henry, I got a couple questions for you. You didn't get arrested that day, correct? How'd you get home? Someone came and picked you up from the hospital. And do you know what the time period was between that day and when you actually did get arrested?
That was awesome. See, I was first.
All right, state, based on my questions, do you have any additional questions? Defense, based on my questions, do you have any additional questions? Defense, any additional evidence, witnesses, or testimony regarding the motion to suppress? No. Okay. So it's just argument. So, defense, it's your motion. So when you're ready, take your time. Your argument in support of your motion to suppress, and I assume you want to suppress it. Well, I heard, which I think is contained on State's Exhibit 1. For this hearing, there's 2 statements. There's a longer statement that's about 40-something minutes, and then there's a very short one, which is like 2.5 minutes. You want to suppress everything? Okay, go ahead, sir.
But what the issue is how
suspect was in, would have to perceive the situation. Or a reasonable person in the situation of Mr. Henry has felt like he was not favoring. Would he have felt like he was under arrest? The answer is obviously yes. There, a crime occurred. It's in a situation where the police are telling them they don't believe what he said happened. They made it clear they think he's lying. How would a reasonable person perceive the situation? You're in a hospital bed, you have policemen all around you, the lines of would a person perceive the situation as one where they're I took it to the court as totality of circumstances. They would not. I could see the case state that a hospital room is not necessarily the equivalent of a police station, but it's not the place where the inquiry occurred. It's how the inquiry occurred and what the situation is, how the suspect perceives it. Any reasonable person, the reasonable man stands, that's another person. If they were in a situation. I'm sorry. I apologize. Just pause one second. This is Mark.
shot at. So when we look at whether something is transition custodial or not, it's the Ramirez test outlined in Ross, which is the manner in which we summoned him for questioning. He was not summoned. He brought himself to the hospital. The hospital was a crime scene. There were officers there. The crime scene was there processing the vehicle. They were processing the deceased. They were processing for evidence, potentially evidence physically located on this Henry as a victim. The fact that the court heard the purpose, place, and manner of the questioning. This questioning was not confrontational. He's not confronted with any evidence. They're not saying, we found football casings, we found GSR. The confrontation is, we don't think this happened where you said it happened. And if you look at the transcript, if you read the transcript, you can see that. It's on page 9 of the transcript. They're like, look, here's a crude fraud. Did you guys get off the ramp here? Did you drive past the Chick-fil-A? They're trying to figure out where this happens. I think two of the officers joked, we were trying to figure out if we even had jurisdiction over this case, depending upon where it actually occurred. There were not 5 or 6 officers in the road. That never happened. What the officers said, that's why there were officers around, nearby, and there were. This is a crime scene. There was an active shooter loose based upon what Mr. Henry told police. He was a victim of a drive-by. Somebody is driving around shooting up vehicles. So of course police are going to respond to that. But he's not confronted with any evidence of guilt, and even if he is, of course, considering that, as I cite to in, Pitts, which is very parallel to this case at the end of my first section for issue 1, is even if they are confronted with some evidence of criminal activity, that is not necessarily transforming into a custodial interrogation. He's not confronted with any evidence of him committing a crime. It's just, did this happen where you say it is? And when we look at the entire context of the conversation, the tone, the manner, this is not an aggressive confrontation of him being a suspect. This is, tell us what happened. Where's the location? Who were the victims? Did anybody have a beef with you? Are you posting on social media? They're trying to figure out what happened, what is going on, the basics of the investigation. And I believe all 3 witnesses testified. We believe he was a victim at the time of that. It's a reasonable person standard. The fact that he is documenting his injuries, that's normal in nearly any crime. A victim of domestic violence is going to have your injuries photographed. A victim of sexual battery is going to be transported to the sexual assault treatment center for potential examination. And they have the right to refuse, which is what the officers testified to. Had he wanted to refuse, we would have abided by that. There's no evidence. There's no evidence supporting this was a custodial interrogation or will ever transform into a custodial interrogation. Miranda warnings were never required for this because, as the officers testified to, at the time they were questioning him, they believed Mr. Henry to be a victim of this.
Whew. Lord, that first commercial down here. I'm gonna finish, y'all.
Number one, even Toyota, incredible, and I think this work already, incredible. For the most part, I find witness Cortlen Henry to be incredible. Except maybe he has this handcuff issue. I just don't know. There's no evidence. Contrary. So, let me a couple things on the record right up front. Number one, it's clearly interrogation. Okay, there's no issue about that. They're asking him questions like, did you fire a gun that day? Did you have a gun that day? All right, those are questions that are meant to elicit or could elicit incriminating responses. It's clearly interrogation.
They
Number two, certainly the best practice would be where they do advise on his rights. We don't have to go through this 2-day procedure. I'm not called upon to make this determination, but whatever reason, law enforcement doesn't really seem interested in doing that.
So they did. So in other words, not this what I'm okay. So with BORTLEN, they did him wrong. They was like interrogating him while he was at the hospital, but instead they said he was a witness, but they have in the hospital of surrounding detectives and police officers. When it come down to BORTLEN, so they were gonna probably anyway. He would have been more safe. He would have been safe with his hearing witness tampering than Melly'S. That's what it sounded like they saying to me. They did Cortlen wrong. I don't know why I keep saying BORTLEN because I see BORTLEN and Cortlen. Okay.
I have to make this determination. So really, the whole ball game here is whether he's in custody. And I'm familiar with the case law that the state cited. I reviewed it again. I'm familiar with the case law that he is in custody. And I'll put the reasons why on the record. Let me also make this clear. If I had a photo in front of me, and I don't care where it was taken, if it was taken outside of the bay of the emergency room entrance, if it was taken inside the hospital, I mean, there's video cameras all over these hospitals. Maybe not the treatment rooms, but find any picture or any video anywhere at any point in time Mr. Henry had handcuffs on, I probably feel different about this, but I don't. I have nothing that supports that part, number one. Number two, they did in fact let him go. Number three, I think this defense is trying to give law enforcement too much credit. This is just a few hours after a double homicide occurs. And they're trying to, I guess, for some nefarious purpose on behalf of law enforcement, that they knew Mr. Henry was a suspect, they knew Mr. Henry was going to be charged. This is the perjury charge that the defense relies on mentions in their motion. I don't think they had any idea what had happened up to this point. It was just a few hours after a double homicide. They're just trying to figure out what's going on to the point of Mr. Henry in a car driving him to the scene that he says where this took place because they're trying to figure it out. So
right.
They didn't know what was going on. Certainly didn't have any idea that Mr. Henry was going to be a defendant in this case. That seems to be corroborated by the fact that he doesn't even get arrested until more than 3 months after the fact. If he had ever asked to leave, I would feel differently about this. If he never told any witness anywhere that he didn't want to talk to them anymore, I would feel differently about this. Again, based on the totality of circumstances, I'm supposed to determine this. I listened to the questioning. I agree with the state in this part. It wasn't what I would call an intensive or aggressive questioning by the detectives based on their tone of voice, based on what they're trying to find out. They actually kind of go out of their way several times to say, listen, we don't care if you had drugs. We don't care if you were committing another crime. We don't care about anything else. as to the defense's argument that there is a large police presence at the hospital, I would suspect that if any person in this room goes up to the hospital right now with 2 dead bodies in their car,
Right.
there would be a very large police presence that would respond immediately at that location.
Right, dude.
So that in and of itself doesn't really sway anything in my mind. I think any reasonable person would have to expect that you drive up to the entrance of the emergency room with 2 dead people in your car who were shot, you're going to be confronted with a rather large law enforcement presence almost immediately. So, again, based on the totality of the circumstances, where I do find that the best practice would have been to advise most of their rights, and where I do find that this was in fact interrogation, I do find, based on everything that I've put on the record, that Mr. Henry was not in custody. Therefore, respectfully, the defense motion to suppress both the statements is going to be denied. I'll enter a written order that reflects such. If and when we arrive at the part trial where the state tries to introduce this, that would be over the defense objection, which I would consider to be preserved, renewed, and contemporaneous. So I'll enter a written order as to that. Next, state, you filed a state unopposed motion for relief from trial order dated July 8th, 2024, and that was for the purposes of filing a motion in limine to exclude the testimony of potential witnesses Michelle Boutros and Christine Bradley. I think you all told me yesterday the defense has no objection to your unopposed motion for relief from the trial order to file the motion, number one. And number two, the motion in limine is otherwise because they don't intend on calling Michelle Boutros or Christine Bradley as witnesses. State, is that correct?
I believe that's correct.
Is that correct? Okay, the way it stands, I don't believe it. All right, so.
Should that happen?
Okay, well, as far as the motion for relief, just to file your motion, that's granted, and I'll enter a written order as to that. Regarding the state's motion in limine, I'll defer on that, and I'll enter a written order. And if no one calls them as witnesses, it's not an issue. If someone's going to call them as a witness or wants to, I'll address it and give you a ruling on that. And if that requires me to send the jury out and even take a proffer from either one of these witnesses, it doesn't seem like it's going to be too long a time. But I'll take a proffer from them if I need to outside of the presence of the jury before I make a ruling. Although I can tell you, I have no policies, but as a general rule, credibility of witnesses is always an issue. So we're talking about the credibility of a witness in the case, a witness that one side or the other side needs the jury to believe to have the jury believe their version of the facts of the case. And I would probably be hard pressed to say that I would prevent any witness testimony from the jury in that regard. But I'll enter all 3 of those orders today. This one on top is granted. Reason stated on the record, and the motion on the 8th is deferred. Reason stated on the record.
The motion hasn't actually been filed yet.
Oh, you're going to file. I'll consider it.
Today, but
Do they have a copy of it? They were to copy.
yes, there is.
All right, so I'll consider the state's motion in limine based on my ruling granting the relief from the trial order filed today, which is September the 5th, and I will be ruling on it based on what our state. Is there anything else that you need me to do for you regarding Mr. Henry?
Not clear.
Defense. Is there anything else that you need me to do regarding Mr. Henry today? Not today. Thank you. So Mr. Henry's going to keep a couple of things. Number one, next, so the record is clear on this. If there's going to be some sort of resolution, it has to be Tuesday afternoon. I can't take it Wednesday morning because I'm going to have the jurors here. There's simply too much human reason involved. And if Mr. Henry's case does resolve, again, repeat what I said yesterday, it doesn't matter to me whether it does or it doesn't. I have a couple other murder trials that are in line with in-custody defendants. That I would like to
All right, y'all.
Yeah, just sign it. We'll give you a blank order. Just fill it out that says I need him here Tuesday, September the 9th at 1:30 p.m.
All right, y'all. Well, workers, give you a chance to catch up with the case. I think that the witness tampering for Melly'S helped Cortlen Henry credibility. He got away. He got away. He got away with her. To me, he got away with some stuff, but we ain't never seen no law like these laws right here that they got. How they getting away with stuff? I ain't never heard nothing like this. Oh, yeah, And y'all want to come to Georgia, y'all better stay where y'all at. Messed up. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. You have any questions? I can look it up, answer to my best knowledge, and either get in contact with another creator. But you have any questions, you can drop them down in the comment section, and I do the best I can to answer your questions. Thanks for watching. Or if you haven't hit the like button, please do. I appreciate you.